What's up guys, this is another video and it's actually a different area of my room that I'm recording in just to kind of be different. You see that? That's Marvel over there. This is my video 4, if you haven't read the title, for Arrow Season 4, Episode 2. Yeah, this episode was really good. It has the pace from only the last episode. It's definitely slowing down a little bit compared to the first episode, just like Flash, but also keeping the train going, the hate train. This episode was awesome. Lots of things happen. We meet Anarchy for the first time, and this is pre-Anarchy, really. It's like a kid who's, where did he learn these combat? Like, he has crazy combat, and he's really good at fighting. He sneaks and tries to kill the lady that's gonna run from air. And Oliver Queen chases him down, he gets away. Oliver gets hit by a car. I mean, that's... And you see these flashbacks. These flashbacks to the past. Oliver lands back on the island. And he becomes a soldier. He kills a guy and he takes his place, pretty much. And he's like, I'm Oliver Queen, I've been trapped on this island. Even though we know he hasn't been on the island for the whole time, for the 3 years. And the fact that that's only 3 years, I mean, goddamn. But they recruit him, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that. Oh, that's weird. Like what they're gonna do with all that stuff, you know, with the past and the flashbacks and everything. But we meet Anarchy, and Anarchy is really like his own thing. We can already tell the amount of anarchies that's already in him. He has a thing going on with his mind, really, in my opinion. He seems like our Arrow Joker at this point, really. Really, 10,000 reallys. But we meet him, and Anarchy, pretty much. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, he's a good character. I can't wait to see a fully developed Anarchy character. But also, we see Speedy losing her mind from the Lazarus effect. So the Lazarus pit effect. What happens to her mind when she was put into the Lazarus pit. We've seen this happen with Ra's al Ghul. We've seen this with Roy Harper at some points in the comics, really, and we've seen it with Red Hood, Jason Todd, and that's the most you'll see it is for the Batman stories, but also Red Hood, and you start losing your mind, and he was warned by, you know, her father, you know, Malcolm, and this comes back to, like, every time he's taken her out, she's in the middle, she's just, like, gonna kill somebody, and she really gets close to doing it, and she hurts people, and Oliver's trying to help her, and it's like, he thinks she's fine, she says she's fine, and she's not fine, and, it's just really cool to see that effect actually happening on screen, that she's losing parts of her mind to the effect of the Lazarus pit. And she wasn't dead for that long. What's going to happen to other characters that are going to be resurrected? They're going to start, you know, going crazy as well. But there's so many crazy things in this episode. They defeat, the team defeats Anarchy before the guy who's going to become Anarchy. And it's crazy. But they're fighting, and this is the moment you see him gonna become Anarchy. He knocks down Oliver, and then Speedy comes up to him, and so it pretty much saves Oliver. And they fight, and she gets his lighting stick and strikes the ground around him. That lights him on fire, because there's whatever chemicals, and lights him on fire. And Oliver's like, no, and then they get out of there to save the girl. He's pretty much dead, and that's what they think, that he got burned alive. And even Officer Lance thinks so. But anyway, and that was just a really cool sequence. I love that fight sequence. I love the character Anarchy from the Arkham games. I hope we get to see at least him looking a little bit more like that in the future. And I think we will. And he's going to become this big character this season, the small bad, and Damian Dark's the big bad. of the season, in my opinion. We're going to see Oliver deal with mysticism on the island, I think, in my opinion. I think that's what they're going to be doing, to kind of build up Constantine and everybody like that. I think we're going to see Constantine halfway through this season, maybe even longer than that. We don't know. I know they're going to need Constantine to beat Damien Dark. So, yeah, and Matt Ryan's an awesome Constantine, by the way. But I can't wait to see what happens with Anarchy, because the police are called, and Quentin, Officer Lance, goes and he killed a bunch of people, and in the ambulance there's an Anarchy symbol, and he's like, Anarchy? What? But pretty much, and it's gonna be cool. He just turns into Anarchy. He's lost his mind, probably, becoming crazy like the Joker. I think he's going to be Arrow's Joker, and I've said that a few times in this video. He is Arrow's Joker this time, I think. They're still trying to make that Batman connection, I think. People thought they might be trying to separate it, but they're not really. But, yeah, and then some of the craziest thing in this episode was Laurel and Speedy are going to go to Nanda Parbat, where the League of Assassins are. This is crazy that she's going to take, they're going to take her, and they're going to take Sarah, the Black Canary, the original Black Canary, in this universe. They're going to take her and they're going to try to resurrect her in the Lazarus Pit too. I don't think they're really thinking clearly. I think, of course, she would do anything for her sister, like Oliver did would do anything for his sister. So I think this is how we're going to get Sarah back, and we're going to get the White Canary for Legend of Tomorrow. I think it's going to have some repercussions to the team and the city, and I think this is going to lead into, we're actually going to, I think it's leading more into that Captain Lance is going to be the one to die this season. It kind of just seems like that's going to happen. I don't know why, I just think, I don't know, and it seems like Lance doesn't really want to work for Hive that really much, that he's kind of forced to, but is it true? Like, I don't know what's going on there. Quentin kind of seems like he doesn't want to work for them, but then he wants to work for them. I don't know, but crazy that they want to go to Nanda Parbat to the League. And are we going to see Nyssa? Are we going to see, who are we going to see there? And what's going to happen? Are they going to be able to resurrect Sarah, or are they going to have to sneak in and resurrect her somehow? Like to find a Lazarus Pit or something. I don't know. But there's so much stuff going on in this universe, and I think we're getting closer and closer to the crazy, dark, justly dark stuff, the mysticism of the universe. And we got Damien Dark, we got Anarchy becoming like this street level bad guy, like Joker. I think he's gonna be really good opposite of Oliver, especially when he becomes Anarchy. He's gonna be like, but why does everybody destroy the city? The city. I mean, I said that last episode, but everybody wants to destroy Star City. But yeah, what did you think of this episode? I enjoyed it. I personally did. I think it's gonna be a great season, and people who are jumping off and only like the Flash, I totally understand your point of view. But I like both shows. Both shows are fun. They're both different, but also they connect in a lot of ways, and lots of Easter eggs. I mean, it's just a great show. But what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? Who knows? And what are your hopes for this season? Do you think it's going to be more of like, are we going to see, what characters do you want to see this season? Who do you think is in the grave from the first episode? What do you think is going to happen with Sarah? I mean, all these different, but yeah, all that shit, put in the comments. But if you liked this video, and you liked it, if you didn't like it, thumbs it down. And if you don't give a fuck, slip me off down there in the comments below. Or if you're on something else, maybe it's somewhere else, I don't know the fuck, no, maybe it's upside down, I don't know, but yeah, check you in guys in the next video. Yeah, Arrow.